Good morning, everybody. It's your old friend Crunchy Frog here, and today is a new day and a new chance to advance on our little free-to-play account here. But first, we must pick up our goodies this morning, which are essential for the free-to-play player. Only 50 gold. This is fine. This doesn't cost too much. We have 326 gold. Let's see if there's anything that we can upgrade with that. Nothing of importance. All right, let's get to it. I think in today's video, we're going to include a little bit of bonus footage from my main account because I had some pretty exciting bowler matches yesterday. See, I like to start off with a little bit of the old sneaky goblins there, or the spirit goblins, just to get things started. Oh man, those archers sure did get a lot of value, didn't they? But the old brawler comes out. I think I'll use the spirit goblins to take care of these guys. Send that giant up through. The beginning of the game, the giant is pretty much your only win condition. And he's a very good win condition too. See if we can keep that mini P.E.K.K.A. alive just a little bit longer so we can get a good swipe. Ah yes, here comes their little mini P.E.K.K.A. And the goblin brawler should take care of him. Let's keep him alive with the old giant. I have no idea what they're thinking, which makes me think it must be a bot. You know, sometimes the plays are so logical that you think this can't be a real human being playing. Okay, and we get to collect a chest. Very nice. Okay, next, Lone Falco. Could this be a real person? Well, let's get the ball rolling here. Got some decent damage over there. We will take care of this guy, and then well, let's go ahead and arrow this stupidity. And let's just go ahead and take this tower. Why don't we? Oh, yes, eventually we'll have to start playing slightly more cautious because, you know, eventually there's going to be actual challengers and... Wow, that was a pretty bad fireball. He doesn't have a clan, so I guess Lone Falco really is a Lone Falco. Guess that name is not inaccurate. Here, shoot it at the giant. Take it out on the giant if you don't like him. I have a feeling this might actually be a real player, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Putting our musketeer up there. Send a fireball. Oh, I guess I didn't predict anything. I was predicting something there, but alas. Here. Let's get the mini packet to lock onto that guy. You're not going anywhere, son. Wow, the Lone Falco must have been real because the first guy that we didn't get 3 stars on. And now for the fun, the lucky drop. And the new arena has been reached. Bone Pit. Shikamaru 33 as opposed to Shikamaru 32. Okay, this guy might be real. Because who would come up with a name like that for a bot? And they actually put a giant in the back instead of putting a giant in at the bridge. Let's go ahead and get a little tower damage there. Yeah, I think this guy might be real. So let's put a musketeer back there to do a little support. So we're gonna treat this guy like he's an actual living human being. And we're not going to immediately push for the 3-star. I think we'll drop the mini P.E.K.K.A on this fella. Wonderful arrow value. There we go. Put a mini P.E.K.K.A in the pocket to predict that musketeer or whatever he places there. Just like we knew he would. Not quite a 3-star, but pretty decent anyway. Clash Patel fights on. Okay. Let's see what we got in this lucky drop. Is it a lucky drop or is it an unlucky drop? Some spirit goblins. And now they're telling me that's all the prize money I can win for today. But let's go ahead and see what we have over here. We can upgrade our spirit goblins. Very nice. We could upgrade the archers or the goblin hut, but I'm not really crazy about doing that just yet. We have 1,421 gold saved up, so we're pretty good as far as that goes. But yeah, I guess that's it for today for Clash Battelle. And since these videos are seemingly so ridiculously short because of the quick little attacks, I figured maybe we'd go to my main account and show some replays of yesterday's action, which was pretty good. I thought it was some pretty exciting matches, so we'll check those out. We have Petrocious here. He's got the evolved Mega Knight, the evolved Valkyrie, so I'll be going up against him with my little bowler deck that I invented that I'm quite fond of. And it just shows that you don't have to have evolutionary cards or evolved cards in order to win your matches. Now, why he's taking out a level 12 Hog Rider? A level 12 Hog Rider that is all blinged out, by the way. He has all the star levels on it. That obnoxious Valkyrie. But I use her too. Of course, I don't have the evolved Valkyrie, which is what this guy has. He also has the evolved Mega Knight, which is probably the most broken card that I've seen. I always feel like that's one of the cards I really don't want to have to go up against, is the evolved Mega Knight. It just is very nasty. And that's what happens when you use a fireball on the Goblin Gang, or the Goblin Barrel. All you have to do is just trick them a little bit. That's the thing about playing with the Goblin Barrel, is that there's a lot of psychology involved with the placements. And if you're facing somebody who's not really that great at the game, you can trick them. There's a lot of trickery and tomfoolery that goes on. And of course, he has to have the Firecracker, which is also one of the more annoying cards. And the main reason why I pack arrows is for the Firecracker, because it seems like everybody uses the Firecracker. Everybody except for me, because I feel like the Firecracker is too predictable. Everybody knows that you're going to be using the Firecracker. And here comes a real big push. The evolved Valkyrie, Mega Knight. So they're going to get a little bit of damage on my tower there, but not as much as they were hoping for. I do the log there just to get a little chip damage on his tower. That's the main purpose. And the arrows, just to get a little chip damage, because here comes the evolved Mega Knight, who's a real bully. And once again, he misses with his fireball, and he pays for it. Oh, man. And it's pretty funny watching them miss. First of all, using a fireball on the Goblin Barrel is bad enough, but to miss with it, that's 4 elixir right down the drain. Okay. The next guy is just going to have the Evolved Knight. But it's a pretty good match anyway. The next match, the last match, is going to be the really good one. But when I have the Goblin Barrel in my opening hand, look at that. He just spent 8 elixir to counter 3 elixir. So, not wise. And you see, that's why, one of the reasons why I always place my Dark Goblin off to the side like that is, sometimes they like to send a log down. The nice thing about the bowler is he's going to smash that little firecracker behind the knight. But then I screwed up and I released some arrows before I could put them back in the holster. The Inferno Tower. I'm like, oh, good. This guy's is gonna use the fireball on the goblins too, huh? So all I had to do is bait that log out and then make a miss with the fireball. But we'll see what happens. You know, he's a feisty level 13. You know, I'm a level 14, which means that I kind of have the advantage. But he does have level 14 cards. A Dart Goblin. Tell ya, I really love the little Dart Goblin. You see how beefy that level 14 knight is? He takes out the Valkyrie on his side of the map. That's a beefy fellow. And he misses with the log. So he has to put down an Electro Wizard to try to cover the damage. I figure I'll just let that Firecracker do some damage on my tower because I need to defend over here. Now we have a little bit of a mini push coming in. He breaks out his Evolved Knight, and here comes the Firecracker. So we're going to get some tower damage and take care of her. Here comes the Goblin Barrel. And that time he waits because he doesn't want to miss it. And we make a miss with his log. And the Dark Goblin comes in for some valuable chip damage. I wait till the Firecracker backs up a little bit so I can get the tower too with his arrows. I'm just chipping him down. And for the final match of this episode, we'll be watching Slack 4, whatever his name is. And he has the really cool looking tower skins there, doesn't he? He's got the Evolved Firecracker. And I forget if he has the Evolved P.E.K.K.A. or what he has next. And we're both sending each other a little love here. This is how the Clash Royale community should be. So often there's people who are very toxic. But I think that players should, you know, be nice to each other because you're both playing the same game. You both obviously have shared interests. You like the same game. You're playing against each other. This should be a friendly thing, you know? And I really like it when people have good sportsmanship. I try to be lighthearted, not too competitive. Here he comes with his level 15 Mega Knight. You know, this is going to be fun. You know, this is going to be a fun matchup when you see the level 15 Mega Knight and the Firecracker coming down the lane to you. And he just leaps right over that bowler. So yeah, he's going to get a little bit of damage on my tower here. But at least he doesn't get the leap, you know. I can deal with a little bit of damage with the Mega Knight. I just don't like it when he does that big leap. And there he misses with his arrows, which is okay. Sometimes we miss with our arrows. Not a big deal. Oh boy, the evolved Firecracker. This is a real pistol of a card here. It does all that damage. I mean, talk about OP. Yikes. Let's slap that tombstone down at the last second there. And so he doesn't get any damage after I log his Hog Rider back. Still a pretty tight game, but I know the evolved Mega Knight is about to make his appearance. And the evolved Mega Knight might be one of the more broken evolution cards in the game. He was just waiting. So I put down another bowler. And this makes things just a little bit nicer for me because we take care of that evolved Mega Knight very quickly. He hates my Dark Goblin so much that he uses his arrows on it, which is good. That's why the Dark Goblin is in the deck. It's to bait out those small spells that he could otherwise use on my Goblin Barrel. And he feels the fire, he feels the heat, and I'm a barbarian picking my nose. And he used his arrows on my Goblin Barrel, so now I'm free to use my other little bait cards. Yikes. That horrible little stinking Firecracker, evolved Firecracker. And he's taken me down to 312, and he suddenly has a lead because of that evolved Firecracker. He's going to cycle his skeletons, he's going to get something going. I'm going to counter with my own skeletons. And I'm going to trust in the fact that I can fake him out with a Goblin Barrel here. It's going to go over to the corner. He's going to hit it with use the arrows. It gets real chaotic here for a second. And here comes the Goblin Barrel. He's concentrating so much up there on the Goblin Barrel that he sort of loses track a little bit down here. He misses my Dark Goblin with his arrows. But now that he's used his arrows, I can use my Goblin Barrel. And he puts down his tombstone. And I'm just sort of trying to chip him out here. And now it's too late for him because I have two bowlers on him. Anyway, pretty exciting overtime win. And he was a good player. But sometimes people make mistakes because they're not used to playing against the bowler. But anyway, let's go back to the little baby account. Clash Patel. And let's see what our next reward is. Yeah, we're going to start unlocking the Valkyrie on this arena and stuff. Okay, well, that's enough Clash fun for today. You're going to be seeing every single attack that this free-to-play account goes through in its march and progress forward. So, for the real free-to-play player experience, tune in next time, and I'll see you tomorrow.